Hey everybody, my name is Cade Bekanich, certified financial planner and owner of Park Lane Financial Group, and this is why you should retire right now if your advisor says that you can, even if you have to make a few small adjustments. Let's get into it. Number one, when somebody chooses to retire, they're not quote-unquote retiring, they're choosing to live freely. Even if you love your job, you can't tell me that when you retire, you're not relieved about the amount of freedom that you have and the opportunity to pursue hobbies, spend more time with family, or do whatever it is that you love most that comes across right on your plate. Retirement isn't about not working, it's about enjoying life and doing what you love most. Step one is don't be afraid. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, even if you have to make a few small adjustments to retire months or even years ahead of schedule, it might just be worth it because after all, retirement and living freely isn't just about how much money you have. Of course, you have to be in a financial position that makes sense, that allows you to make this next transition comfortably, but if you're able to step away from your career now, something that you might not love as much as you used to, or something that you'd just be relieved to separate yourself from, and that means being able to do so by making a few small changes, in my opinion, do it. You may not have the opportunity to spend as much time with you do as your family. Your health might not cooperate in the future, which will prevent you from traveling, going out to eat as much as you would like, or pursuing whatever other hobbies that you enjoy most. So why not take that next step? If something's keeping you from retiring, sit down with your certified financial planner and ask questions. It's important for you to understand what it is that you value most, because even people that love work sometimes choose to retire just to give themselves some sort of peace of mind. Again, it's not always about having as much money as possible and working yourself to the bone just to try and save another dollar. Investments will cooperate over time. Choosing happiness should be your number one focus. That means doing things that you love most, and by doing those things that you love most, it's likely that you're going to improve your quality of life. And again, as I mentioned, people do choose to work during retirement, so even though they step away from whatever their career may have been, it's not uncommon for somebody to pick up a job simply out of boredom and to keep themselves occupied. You want to keep your mind sharp, you want to stay focused on tasks, and you want to give yourself that much more flexibility in your schedule and give yourself the choice of whether or not you choose to work. Because after all, if somebody chooses to take on another job after they step away from whatever their career may have been, they oftentimes have a lot more flexibility in their schedule. I have clients that work on nature reserves, or I'll call them state parks, simply because they love spending time in nature. And of course, the few extra dollars a month do help supplement retirement account distributions, which of course helps their account continue to grow, minimize unnecessary distributions from these accounts, and overall focus on what they love doing most. The purpose of retiring is to find purpose in life. Again, it's not always financially related, and of course, on the money side of things, it has to make sense. But if you're able to make that transition right now, it doesn't mean that you have to retire and blow through all of the retirement savings that you've been able to accumulate over the past few decades. But what it does mean is that you're giving yourself the opportunity to appreciate more of what life has to offer. Allow me to be responsible for the financial guidance that you need and helping you to understand the different obstacles that you face, why you're facing them, and creating a path to overcome all of the obstacles and take advantage of the opportunities that exist within your finances. Your responsibility is to take a step back, take a deep breath, and enjoy this next phase of life. So whether you're in your 50s, 60s, 70s, or even 80s, take the initiative to retire today if you're able to, because you're going to be able to enjoy much more of life. I know people that choose not to retire because they love their career, they love their coworkers, they love the level of contribution that their current career offers to their life as well as the lives of people around them, but they don't get to enjoy the other important parts of life. Whether it be because their health doesn't stay the same, family members aren't in the same position that they once were, opportunities to pursue hobbies just don't exist the same way that they used to, or for whatever reason, life changes for the negative. And that doesn't mean to assume the worst, but it does mean to be prepared and to recognize what you truly value in life. Because when I work with my clients, the number one question that I ask them is what is most important to them. I want to know what you enjoy. I want to know what my clients love to do, what their passions are, what their intentions are, and my responsibility is to come up with a plan to help them to get from point A to point B as efficiently as possible. And if that means retiring early by making a few sacrifices today to be able to pursue another lifetime full of joy, let's do it. At Park Lane, we're meant to be partners. We are meant to be the reason that you're able to enjoy your life, feel stress-free of finances, and focus on whatever it is that you love most. And as a certified financial planner, I have clients that have several $100,000 that they can retire with, and just based on their standard of living and their expenses during retirement are able to do so comfortably. And I have clients that have a heck of a lot more money than that, and it all depends on you. My goal as a certified financial planner is to help take whatever resources you have and make the absolute most of them. That doesn't mean taking obnoxious risks. That doesn't mean putting your money in a place where it shouldn't be, especially at this time in life, but it talks about giving every single dollar a job. It's a matter of understanding where you are, where you need to be, what your intentions are, and finding a path that best suits you. So whether you want to retire today to spend time with your family, to travel, to go out to eat more often, or pursue hobbies that you've always wanted to pursue, click the link in the description below to schedule your free first meeting with me today. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget, we have plenty of other content on tax planning, retirement planning, investment advisory, and so much more. So check the channel for videos. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.